Well, it's another beautiful morning here down in Florida. We're working with Jonathan today, and he is setting up his Apex Evo. Love this wing. We started carrying this, and more of my guys are getting them, and I just love the way it flies. Hey, Jonathan, don't pull it off center now. Look at see this side starting to move right here. We don't want to pull it off center. It defeats the purpose of that 3-point system that we got set up. And he's flying the e-bike. He's got the e-bike. So when he does finally graduate from here and start making his training, he's got a vehicle that he can fly somewhere, land, drive into town, get food, get supplies. He's got storage behind the seat right back there. There's bags that go in there. Right now he doesn't have the batteries or the stuff on the motors. That's a motor in the front wheel there. And the battery pack's not on it right now, because right now we don't need that during training. But when he's done, he'll have a vehicle that can actually travel across the United States if he wants, and be able to get around when you land. No other aircraft does that. The first flying e-bike in the world, FlyPod e-bike. We have 4 different versions of the FlyPod. The Beach Pod, the Gen 4. This is the Gen 4 frame with the e-bike setup, and then we have the Beach Pod. We have the regular standard Gen 4, and then of course we have the FlyPod X for doing tandem. But he's getting set up. Now what part? You just forgot something on this side. You got your wing drag back. Next up, yeah, you want to comb out those lines. You always want to comb them out. And use one hand, Jonathan. That way you don't ladder wire, and stay low. You don't want to pull your wing out of whack over here. You just give it a nice layout. There you go. That's all you need, that little bit of tension. And that helps keep loose lines from getting sucked into the propeller. And it's pretty hard to do with a fresh breeze, because their propellers are recessed back in there. They don't stick out past the frame, like way out there like these other ones do, and that's kind of a hazard. See, they're recessed in there, so they actually gives the true protection. You good? Yeah, we are good. I'm gonna go get the headset on you. Go ahead and pop in there if you want to get her started. Stand in front of her. Always check that throttle first, brother. I want to see that as a habit. We always want to check that. I know you just checked it a little bit ago. You want to hear that bang off. There you go. And then start her up. Beautiful. They always start on the first pull. Listen how quiet that fresh breeze is. Okay, he's going to get in, and I'll try to get his takeoff if I can. I'm out here by myself, so it's kind of hard to be on the radio and film their launches, but if not, I'll film him in the air, and we'll try to get his landing on. Let's look up for the wing. You're still looking at the field. If you're looking at the field, you're going to get hurt. I'm going to tell you that right now. You're going to get hurt, because you want to know what that wing is doing, and you got to know when to brake. I'm not always going to be in your ear to tell you when to brake, but whichever comes first, seeing the wing or hearing me say brake, I need to see those hands drop down and then get control. We just want to taxi it. Okay, let's add a little bit of throttle to get it rolling. A little bit more, just a touch more. A little bit more, a little bit more. A little bit of right brake, touch your right brake. Slow down, slow down, it's gonna grab. Kill it, 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 kill it. Okay, so it was a little too slow on the takeoff, so it didn't pull it up through the prop wash. You kept it a little bit too slow right in the beginning. And then it kind of changed directions here too. The wind kind of didn't help it either, because it did change direction at the last second here. I'm going to do a reset, so hang tight. Hey, that was real good. I wish I could have got that on, wish I could have got that takeoff. Let's start to do a right-hand turn. I wish I could have got that on the video, but it's just, it's kind of hard for me to be on the radio and video at the same time. I got to stay focused here. But right-hand turn, there you go, beautiful. There's Jonathan up there flying his e-bike, and he's got the brand new Apex Evo. I just got done test flying it. I always like to take a test flight, and oh my gosh, I didn't want to come down. I just wanted to fly away and leave him here. But he's doing good up there, and we'll get his landing. All right, just like we were doing yesterday with another student, we're practicing a little throttle control. When the guys come in, that's the first thing I want them to start learning, how to finesse that throttle. Beautiful. We're going to bring it in. Looking good. Jonathan's in his FlyPod Gen 4 e-bike. Just add a little bit of throttle now, right there. A little bit, and level off. There you go. Add a little bit more and hold it steady. You gotta maintain, you gotta be aware whether you're going up or down. You gotta look at that horizon. There you go. Now you got your poop in a group. Looking good. This is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to teach you how to hold it steady. We don't just give it a little throttle and back off. That just gets us swinging and rocking under it. There you go. Okay, let's go back towards that far corner again. Looking good. Remember, we got an active runway over there, so we got to stay out of that flight path. Okay. That's you making it steer like that. I can see your hands pulling and releasing and pulling and releasing. So let's go up a little bit higher now. You're looking good. We're going to talk you right back in towards us. Keep going straight. That wing is phenomenal. It's just the glide on it is beautiful. That's at idle. Start the left-hand turn back towards me, Jonathan. I'm going to bring you in for a nice landing. We're going to make sure that we have the field before we shut the motor off. Go straight, go straight, go straight, go straight, go straight. There, boy. Looking good, looking good. All right, now come right towards Daddy. Shut that motor off right now. Go ahead, shut it off. And just keep flying towards me. The wing doesn't know that the motor's off, so don't start micro steering. Just keep flying towards me. Don't worry about where the ground's at right there. Just keep flying towards me. At the last 5 feet, you're going to pull it on nice and smooth. Just keep flying towards me. You're doing fantastic. Stiffen your front wheel for the landing and just wait for it to bring you to a stop. Get ready to brake. And no, not yet. And start to brake. Start to brake. Attaboy. Oh, nice and soft. Nice and soft. Raise a hand. Raise your there it is. Beautiful lay down. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Excellent job. Oh, Lord, that was sweet. Sweet landing. I'm going to come over and see that grin on your face. I got to see that. Now, that made it all worth the morning of a couple failed launches we had. But that's the whole reason for having these guys come in, so they learn from it. If they knew how to do it, then they wouldn't need me. So it's nice to watch the progression, and it doesn't matter whether you learn quick or learn slow. It doesn't matter because you got unlimited training, and we'll work with you as much as you need to get you squared away. Dude, let me see the grin. Let me see the grin begin. Oh, that is awesome. What do you think of that one?
I like it.
That was your redeeming flight.
I know.
Excellent. Fly pod or the e-bike handled great up there. Your turns were a lot smoother than the last time since you've been here. You're not rocking as much. You had a little bit of rocking going on, but that soon dissipated. And boy, that's a fine looking machine. And he's happy, and I'm happy. And we live to fly another day. Amen.
Right.
All right, guys, thanks for joining me. We had a great time out here this morning. Students have been trickling in here and there, and we've been working one-on-one with some of our locals. And now we got another big group coming in. We do still have a lot of space left over for people that, even if you didn't buy equipment from you, we still can train you. Come on in. You'll pay less than anywhere else, and you'll get unlimited training for life. So even if you didn't buy your equipment here, you can still take training. We have a million different types of training programs, but if there's any one piece of equipment purchased from us, whether it's a trike, a wing, or a motor, you get unlimited training for life. And we'd love to have you come in. We're still down in Florida for 2 more months. Right now, as of the making of this video, we're down here from October until May every year. And then we're back out of our Florida training site. And Evo, isn't that amazing? The glide that you get from that thing?
I like it.
It's unreal. So I got to test fly it, and we started selling this wing a few months back, and we have just fallen in love with this glider. If you're in for another glider, if you just like to make a change so you have another wing, give me a call and let me order your one. You'll fall in love with this wing. I love my Power Atlas. I love my Air Design. They are phenomenal wings. This is the Jin Apex. Jin is the one to help design the Power Atlas. But this has got the best of my Power Atlas characteristics, and it's got the best of my Air Design wings. It's all rolled into one. But the thing about this one is I get so much more lift than any wing that I've ever flown in paramotoring. And it really has a nice glide to it. The turns are quick, and if you need it to, and that was he was with trims on all the way, and it's got set of trimmers you can really let out a long way. So he was at its slowest pace, and he still makes great headway. He could have let it out that much more. It has a significant change when you let out them trims. Real simple, easy to understand risers. None of this confusing pulleys and this strap and that strap, and you don't even know what you're looking at. It's very simple, very easy. It's a beginner to intermediate glider, but man, the sportiness of it, the way that it flies. When I had my unit out the other day, I asked the guy if I don't like to do aerobatics with their machine, but I do it with mine, and I just feel more comfortable. I don't want it, even though I've been flying, I'll be nearing 40,000 hours of flying these things. I can still make a mistake, and I don't want to do anything to damage them, but I've never had a crash. I've never even had a collapse on a glider, ever, period. The only time I've ever had a problem is I had a glider that I purchased used, and it went bad on me while I was flying it, and thank God I was in the FlyPod trike, because it's got steel all underneath there, and I came straight down at about 15 miles an hour. The wing didn't collapse, it just came straight down, and if I'd been foot launching, I don't know what would have happened to me. I'd have had a compressed spine or broken hips or something like that, coming down that fast with a motor on my spine. There really is no advantage to foot launching. It's more work, it's not as safe, you can't do as much. Look at all the space behind there for fly camping. There's bags that go in the back there, and this is the e-bike. So when he lands, he's not stuck in an area. He could actually fly across the United States if he wants to, get a campground, drive into town, get food, whatever he needs, supplies. And so thanks for joining us. I thought I'd share that with you. We had a nice morning here. My guy's happy, and I'm happy. God bless you.